Hi there. So let's continue this short introduction to XFOIL. So here we're continuing from the previous video. So the previous video we stopped here, okay? So what we want to do now is to read an external file, do the same stuff, and probably plot together with this, okay? So what I'm going to do is that, see that here we're still in polar accumulation mode. If I want to read a new airfoil, chance rating, and all that stuff, we need to disable polar accumulation mode. So you go PACC, disable, okay? Now let's go back to the main menu, enter, I press enter, XFOIL, and here I can generate a new airfoil using the built-in program, or I can load an airfoil file. Here you have the command load, and you give an airfoil file. So you have to be very careful of this file. So first, let me show you that you can find around. No, there is a lot of information about those airfoils. So I think this is probably one of the most complete databases for airfoil. So as you go here, see that you have this database of airfoil coordinates. You go here and you're going to have, so you pick one, for instance, you have the GIF there, how it looks like, and then you open here, you have the coordinates. It's very important about the coordinate format. Okay, so I will pick up a random airfoil here. I will pick up this one, die 11. Okay, this is the shape. As you go here, you have the coordinates. Okay, so you can download this coordinate, but XFOIL reads the coordinates in a very specific format, okay? And you have to be careful because we need to reformat this file. So you can organize this file using Excel is the easiest way, okay? Probably not the most efficient one if you are doing many airfoils, so you want to parameterize stuff, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so see that I copy and paste everything here, okay? So separating columns and everything. But XFOIL, how it reads the format is this in the following way. You start in the leading edge, in the trailing edge, sorry. Trailing edge. Go over the upper surface. Reach the leading edge. And then start to go now to sweep the bottom surface until reaching again the leading edge, okay? Then you need to close back the leading edge, okay? So you start here in, let's say 1, 0, boom, 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 and end again in 1, 0. So this point is repeated twice. So this is the format that you use. Okay, so see that is very different to what you have in this in the one that I copy. Okay, it might happen that sometimes you got it right, sometimes you don't get it right. Okay, but you have to be careful that you need to use this format. So see that we need to format this in the right way. So for instance, here in blue is correspond to these coordinates. This is the upper surface, and orange correspond to this one is the bottom surface. So orange is okay. Starting here, going here, ending here. So see that 1, 0, 1, 0, it ends, and 0, 0. But the problem is here that we need to invert this order. So you can do that in Excel, okay, it's relatively easy. So I will do that in a new sheet here, okay? So I go here, I copy my coordinates, okay? And then you need to order. So in Excel, you have a nice command that you can order that. So you go here, let me see, because, okay, sort this one. So I want to go from largest to smallest, and see that now you reorder that. And let me copy the other here. Okay. This is the bottom part. Remember that the only coordinate that can be repeated is the leading edge. So see that this one that you have it repeated, erase it, and that's all. Now you have it in the right format, and just to be sure, we can do the plot. So I would do the plot, boom, 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 this one. No, it's not that one. Here, and okay, let me use this one, and so its values. So I will do first upper side. See here that you have it right, and then we can add the bottom side. Okay, So the bottom side, now that's this one. So it can be upper, top, bottom side, intrados, extrados, or pressure, suction side. So doesn't matter the name that you give it. You know what you are talking about. Okay, I made a mistake somewhere. 0, 1. Okay, it's making it continuous. Why? 0. Okay, probably shows data. Okay. Remove. Okay. Okay, I'll put it in the same. Okay, let me plot everything. So in any case, this is just to plot, but we know that we have the data in the right format. Okay. So you have it there, okay? So this is okay. So now we need to save this in a ASCII file, in a text file. You cannot use Excel Word. For that, this is very important. Do not use Notepad or WordPad, those utilities that comes with Windows, because those will save in binary format that is not compatible with Excel. So with XFOIL, I recommend you to use a decent text editor like Sublime Text. This is the one I use, or Notepad++. These are free. Okay, I use this one, very powerful. Okay, so here you save that, and then you can save in a pure clean ASCII file. Okay, so you have it here. I will put it also in the link in the video description. So we need to save it, okay, in that format. So I open this, and then just copy and paste it here, and that's all. You have your file. But there is another thing that you will have to be aware. So see here that the separation between this number, by the way, also you can save the file now in Excel, in text. Okay, it's up to you. I'm just showing you this way. See that you have a tab between in the coordinates, and XFOIL doesn't like tabs, so you need to eliminate those tabs. They have to be a single space. So for instance, here in Sublime Text, to erase the tabs, you can go like this. I will copy that tab, and here you have find, replace. See that, find this tab, replace that with a single space, replace all, and see that now it's a single space. You have to be very careful with that. Okay, and then this is your file. It's okay. You save it. I will give it a name. I will save it in the desktop. Okay, with that. Then you can give it also a name. This is not compulsory. This is optional, but let's give it. Okay, and that's all. You have your Airfoil, and here you have it. So I will put it. Remember, you need to have all these files in the directory from where you are launching XFOIL. So I will put it here, or you can put it here in my Airfoil. So let me put it in my Airfoils, okay, where you have some examples. Okay, so my Airfoils, I put it there. So now to load that, you go load, and it will ask you the file name. The file name, you need to give the relative path. So you're working here, your relative path will be my Airfoil, then the name of the file. So you need to go like this, underscore, because I call it like that. Don't put spaces, please, please, please. A lot of people like to do that. Don't do that. My Airfoils, and then the name, die11.dat. Okay. And low file opener, non-existent. Okay, so it's telling me that the file doesn't exist. Probably didn't copy there. I copied the. Okay, I don't recall. Okay, I didn't move it there. Die. Okay, the file is there. Load my Airfoils die11.dat. And that's it. So see that it's telling you See that it have a name, the one I gave in the first line, and see that it's reading 81 coordinate and it's computing, the thickness, camber, and it's giving you, minimum and maximum, the core. So you have it there, and it's creating 81 panels. Okay. So 81 is a little bit low, so remember that you have the option P-par, that here you can change the paneling, but see that you have the airfoil here. So let me go here and change the paneling and add 160 panels. And see that now this is what we have, okay? And this is how you read an airfoil, okay? So the thing here, the trick here, remember that you need to have the file in the right format, okay? So now that we have the airfoil, the new airfoil, we can do the same stuff that we did previously, a new airfoil, okay? So I will enter in upper. I will run at the same Reynolds number as previous, that was 5 million. So already I have it 5 million. I haven't closed XFOIL, so I will have all the polars. So see, please have 2 polars. I will run with this airfoil. We're going to have a new polar, okay? So I enter polar accumulation mode. Okay, see that it's creating a new polar 3. I don't want to save those files. And now we're ready to go. So very important, init, because if you launch right ahead, it will use the solution for another airfoil, so it will have problem conversion. So init, I go alpha 0, and here it is. We have this solution, okay, very different from what we have seen in the other airfoil, but you see different airfoils have different missions, they have been designed with different requirements, okay? So this particular airfoil will have a very specific requirement. And at this point, just go ahead and run the polar accumulation mode with from -5 to 25, whatever. So I will do it. So see that I like to proceed in this. So I have in this way, alpha 0. I go now alpha -2 and get a solution. And I like to proceed in this way because usually the negative angles are difficult. So I like to do it manually, and then I go and then I do it automatically for the positive value that usually are easier to converge. So I go -6, -4, -6, and see please see that I have my polars, and usually -6 is okay. And now let's say let's go back to alpha 0, okay, it will be repeated. Okay, and now from this one, I will do the automatic sequence. So a sequence. And I will go from 0 to 25 steps of 1. And see that it's running. See that we have it here, and it stopped here. See that it's having problems. Okay, so this is a particular airfoil and it's giving problems. So this case, okay, let's say alpha 3. Okay, we need to do it manually, so it's giving problems. 6, 8. So sometimes this might happen. It happens when you have airfoils that are not non-conventional airfoils like this one. So see that now it's going fine. So see that you go please, and you have everything there. Okay. .26. I stop here. So see that I did it manually, but remember you can use the sequence. Sometimes the sequence in some particular airfoils may have problem. That in this case it gave problem. So we did it manually. There is no problem. Okay, same result. So I can do p-sort to change the order there. So I want to do the sorting in 3 PDs and see that I sorted. See that I have repeated one. You can go p-ren in 3 and 0. PDs. And see that we constructed our polar, always in polar accumulation mode. Okay, so we did manually the negative values, then from 0 we started, okay, and we tried to do a sequence, automatic sequence, but it gave problems, then we did it manually. Okay, perfectly valid, there is no problem. Okay, didn't remove, is repeated that one. Let me see why it didn't remove. 3 enter alpha of points. Okay, now it removed it. And at this point, we have a circle. So CC pitch summary, we have 3 polars. Okay, so we can go and we can compare, plot the polar. So I will go pplot, okay. And there you go. So we have the first one, now we run 1 million, but it was just negative. Then we have NACA 2412, okay, the whole polar, 5 million, and the die. Okay, so we compare everything here, and you have the plots. See that the die, you see that produce more leaf, okay, for a given angle of attack, produce more leaf than the NACA 2412, up to a point here that it reached the maximum value. But it has nice properties. It's a high leaf airfoil, this die, and actually it's used also in wind turbines. Okay, so you have very specific properties. Look at the moment coefficient also. So see here is a little bit positive. Okay, so we can go please and see. No, it's very high actually the moment, this one. So yeah, the scale. So you said it's difficult. It's difficult now to read these scales where you have a moment. Okay, here you have the moment. Yeah. So see that the negative values are actually very, very high. So now that you have here, so let me switch off polar accumulation mode. Okay, and we can write this solution. So let's say that I want to write this. I go PWRT, and it will tell me which polar do you want to write. Okay, so let's say that I want to write 2. It will ask me, okay, what is the name of the file? So I would call it polar1. The same, I want to say polar3 and polar2. Okay, so as you go here, see that you have here polar1 and polar2. Okay, so now you can do the plotting using Excel. Okay, I close it, have it open, but you can plot it there, or you can use Python. So later in some other videos, I will show you now this script. I really like this one because see that here, I concentrated everything in one single plot. Okay, it's reading the data coming from XFOIL as it is coming. It's reading this data, so you don't need to do anything. Just use Python and do the plotting and analyze your results. So this is all for this video. Okay, so in the next video we're going to cover some how to save also CP. Okay, so it will be faster than this one and some other options that we have. Okay, but the important thing is that we cover how to create the airfoils using all the internal utility that comes with XFOIL, but also reading external files. And we also covered how to create the polars. Okay, and how to create it automatically, but also how to create it manually. Also very important, be careful that with initialization. Okay, so you saw that in action, that when you have very dissimilar airfoils or you are starting from very different angles of attack, you are going to have problem convergence. So be careful of that. And always pay attention at here, your command line interface. Okay, it's telling you where you are. Okay, sometimes people try to do something, it's not working. It's not working because you are not in the right menu. Okay, so be careful about that. So with that being said, thank you very much and see you in the next videos. Bye.